Okay, I think I've got the live stream up and running correctly. So we are at San Jose International Airport on the southern end of the San Francisco Bay. So we're going to go to have a fly around and look at the bay. If I can get my monitor of the YouTube stream working. Bear with me. Just pulling up my own copy of the stream. For some reason the browser just shut down on me. Okay, so we are in the walk around view because the SkyCourier is one of the Asobo Coronado collaborations. So there's various things you have to do to get it ready for flight. I'm going to be working through my own checklist, which is available from the various places in the links in the notes of the video. So I'll try to operate it somewhat carefully. If we just go to Shift-C and have a look around. We're at San Jose. You can see it's a busy working airport. This is the one available from Orbex. So there are planes operating out of here today, so we'll see what happens in terms of ATC. Once we get up and going, I'm going to turn head tracking off just while we get the airplane up and running. I'll work through my checklist, I guess. I'm a bit rusty with this airplane, so you might have to bear with me as I hunt for things around the cockpit. So, first things first, let's go and turn the batteries on. And before we do anything else, actually, let's go and put some fuel in the airplane. So I don't know how much this will be given by default. Mass and balance, fuel, yeah, we'll put some more in it. I can't imagine we'll need all of that, but you never know. So battery on, emergency lights go to armed. Where are the emergency light switches? Here they are. So they're already armed, that's good.
TAWS system test. Okay.
The nav beacon lights need to go to nav. They've reversed for some reason the mouse throws on some of these switches, which was a genius move on the part of Asobo or Coronado, whoever did that. Throttle quadrant, advance both the prop levers. No, that's the power levers. That's the power. Look at the click spot on that. I can't actually get to it. So this is one of the free planes that comes with the sim. It has some idiosyncrasies, as you can see, but otherwise it's actually quite good fun. So propeller levers are advanced to fully forwards. So to start the engines, we're going to put the beacon light to beacon. So engines, it's a bit of a procedure. You go, now let me see if I can remember how to do this. Arm the ignition, switch on the boost pump, turn the starter on, and on the engine instruments over here, you should see the NG increase. So there's a little bit of poor rendering here, look, where it's off to one side. It's slightly wrong, but you can see the NG is coming up, 14. So then we can advance to run. When the NG gets past 50, I believe, we can turn off the starter and the boost. We're going to have a look outside. We will see we've got an engine whizzing round. So it's very quiet in the cockpit, but that's because it's got good silencing, I imagine. So and then we can go and turn on, let me get this right, auto ignition, boost, and left starter, and you get the caution. Don't worry about the caution. So we're looking for NG to get past about 12% before we introduce fuel. Then we introduce fuel. Whoops, not that much. And when the NG gets past 50%, we can go and turn off the starter. We can go and put the right generator on, by the way. So waiting for 50% on the NG to come up. So then the starter can come off and the boost can come off and the generator can go on. And we've got the engines up and running. What's next? Bleed air. So over here we've got the bleed air for the engines. That comes on. We can go and calibrate the altimeter. So it's pretty accurate already. And we can do a flight plan. I noticed they haven't fixed the navigation display on this aeroplane yet. It's still got a dot instead of an aeroplane shape, which is wrong. So we'll see how we get on with that. Although it might change once we're moving, we'll reserve judgment. Okay, so if we wanted, we're not going to program a flight plan, there's no point. We're going to be going VFR, just looking around the bay. So there really is no point. We may go and do flight following though, in which case we'll need the transponder, but we won't be doing that just yet. Just to check, does this actually work? Yeah, so GPS localizers work. Good. What else can we check while we're here? Let's go and set the target altitude to say 1500 feet for our flight. So there we go, we can set the target altitude for the guidance systems. We can go and set the heading bug. So what direction are we going to be taking off? I haven't actually got a little nav map running yet. Let's go and run it in the background so we can see where we're going today. So center up, we're at San Jose International. We're going to be taking off, looks like runway 30 left. So we'll go and change the heading bug. Although I think we can we press this one? No, it doesn't respond. So we're going to go and set that before we get anywhere near the runway. So, taxi lights on. What else do we need to do? Inertial separators. Well, we're on a clean runway, so it's not really needed, but we've got the prop feather. We can arm that. Windshield heat, inertial separators, here we go. So we can put them on if we want to. It's debatable, we're on nice clean ground, so there's the likelihood of anything being sucked into the engines is pretty much zero. So lights, we're going to go and put the anti-collision lights on. Oh, actually no, we shouldn't do that until we get to the runway. Seatbelt signs on. And let's have a look outside. So it's still quite early in the morning here in San Jose, so I imagine as we get further out we'll see more. So let's turn around. Actually, should we contact ground first? We are operating as the usual call sign that I've been using for these flights recently. So we're just opening up SayIntentions. They should know us as this aircraft. It's just sorting its head out. Here we go. Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo. We're at San Jose. And we will be talking to ground. And we're doing a new flight. So let's zero out, wipe out any knowledge it had before. Just wait for it to come back up. Hopefully it will, before too long. So should we go and set the flaps for takeoff while we're here? Okay, this has had a bit of a problem, hasn't it? Should we see if we can communicate? San Jose ground, Cessna Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo requesting radio check. Maybe it's just this display that's gone wrong.
Cessna Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, San Jose ground, roger, reading you loud and clear.
And that hasn't updated this. Okay, I'm going to shut SayIntentions down. There's obviously a bit of a glitch there with the client. So we'll restart it. So yeah, someone's just mentioned there's a nice F-18 parked next to us. That's the Super Hornet, isn't it, with the square inlets? And it's woken up this time. Good. San Jose ground, Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo requesting taxi to runway 30 left.
Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo, taxi to runway 30 left by Victor Charlie.
Victor and Charlie, they want us here then. Taxi 30 left via Victor Charlie, Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo. Are we going to be able to do this without pushback? Or are we going to hit the F-18? Oh, we're going to have to go around him, aren't we? It's going to be a bit of a tight fit, but I think we'll be okay. .737 going on his way. Don't think we're going to be quite that fast.
Ground to flight deck, bypass pin removed. We've disconnected and crew is clear. You're good to go. Have a great flight and see you soon.
San Jose ground. Southwest 2683 ready for taxi to runway 30 left.
Should we get the head tracking up and running? Let's come up to the hold short point. Oh, hang on, is this Delta? I thought they said... Am I in the wrong place? I'm just putting the parking brake on. Did they say Charlie to me? Yeah, they did. I'm in the wrong place. We need to go right one. Stadium looks good, doesn't it? It's part of the scenery, obviously. This is the Orbex version, as I said earlier, of San Jose International. It obviously includes the sports ground over there, which looks like it's really nicely done. Okay, this is the Charlie hold point for 30 left. So we're going to switch over to tower. San Jose Tower, Cessna Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, holding short runway 30 left for departure to the northwest.
Cessna Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, San Jose Tower, runway 30 left, winds 1905 at 4, cleared for takeoff. After takeoff, enter right downwind for a straight-out departure to the northwest.
Copy weather. After takeoff, enter right downwind for straight-out departure to the northwest. Cessna Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo. Okay, we're going to go and line up. So it's worth pointing out that SayIntentions obviously can't see the AI traffic in the simulator, which is a bit of a shame, but so we may get other traffic coming in over our head. That's all I'm really warning you about. So parking brake on. Landing lights on, anti-collision lights on. Should we put the logo light on as well? It's still quite dark outside, isn't it?
Clear to land 12 left, Cessna 978.
I think everything else.
Say again your request or intention.
Clear to land runway 12 left, Cessna 978.
Okay, and we're off. And there's somebody crossing the runway right in front of us. What's he doing on the grass down there? That's AI aeroplanes for you, isn't it? Unless that's a human, of course. They could be humans for all we know. So, it's interesting, isn't it? They gave us the instruction to enter right downwind for a straight-out departure. So that would mean zigzagging over this way to get out of the way of the approaches, I guess. Okay, we're on our way now anyway. So landing lights can go off. And we're going to fly down the bay, just using VFR. So we're not going to, yeah, let's stick for about 1,500 feet. So I'm going to descend a little bit. We want to have a look and see what this new photogrammetry is like around the Bay Area. Hopefully it'll be really nice. So it's extended all the way down here, look. This is photogrammetry, this is not stock. Should we do this from outside? So we don't have to say goodbye necessarily to San Jose. We could go to common traffic advisory frequency though, I guess, because we're not going to be using flight following. San Jose, Cessna Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, leaving your airspace to the northwest. Let's see what they come back with.
Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo, radar services terminated. Frequency change approved.
So we can go over to CTAF now. Should we do this from outside now then? So this is Moffett Field. They used to have airship hangars here. I think they were taken down only a few years ago. So you can see the sun is coming up behind us as we go out across the San Francisco Bay. So let's have a little look at the map and see where we might explore along the way. So this is Palo Alto. So let's go inland a little bit, because you're going to find some of the big famous companies down here. I'm not sure exactly where they are though. Let's get the flaps back in. We'll get some speed up. Then I only had a small amount of flaps for takeoff, so it wasn't hindering us much. There's a bit of a ridge in the road there. Scenery anomaly. So it isn't Mountain View where one of the big IT buildings is. I'm not sure. Menlo Park is coming up a little bit further up this road.
Right below us, you'll see the iconic Stanford Stadium. This stadium has been a central hub for sports and events since it first opened in 1921. It's home to the Stanford Cardinal football team and has hosted numerous significant events, including parts of the 1994 FIFA World Cup. The stadium underwent a major renovation in 2005, reducing its capacity but enhancing the experience for fans. It's a great example of how sports venues can evolve over time while maintaining their historical significance. From up here, you can appreciate its oval shape and the beautiful surrounding campus of Stanford University.
This is it, yeah. Should go and have a look at it. I was just scrabbling to look for it then. Yeah, you can obviously see a lot of the big tech company buildings are around here. So I'm just swooping back round towards the stadium. So you can see photogrammetry doesn't always get the trees right. The new AI trees are actually much better, but there's obviously too many of them, or they're too big.
500, 400, 400.
Yeah, let's climb back away before we get into too much trouble. Let's have a look at the map then. Stanford University, off to Belmont, Redwood City. Yeah, so we'll just keep our eyes open for anything that looks interesting along the way. keep an eye on the map. So Belmont is just past the airfield here. And here we come. So we have to keep our eyes open for a horse racing ground at Belmont, do we? So there's the airfield down there. Excuse me. It's very good, isn't it, the way it does the buildings and the water masking around them. It's very, very clever. So is the horse racing track this side? No. Okay, so we're coming up towards San Francisco International. And you can now see the city out in the distance and the Oakland Bay Bridge. Wondering if we were going to see any aeroplanes coming in or going out. Depends which way the wind is, doesn't it? There's nothing coming in this side by the look of it. I'd be expecting to see an airplane every few minutes on approach.
At our 2 o'clock, just 2 miles away, we have the famous San Francisco International Airport, SFO. This airport is one of the busiest in the United States and serves as a major gateway to Asia and Europe. It opened in 1927 and has grown significantly over the years, now featuring 4 runways and multiple terminals. SFO is known for its art exhibits and museum, which make layovers a bit more enjoyable. Fun fact, the airport is built on reclaimed land from the San Francisco Bay, so it's practically floating. It's a marvel of engineering and a hub of international travel.
So you can see the road structure here has all been modelled quite nicely on the way in. With all the on-ramps and off-ramps. Very cool. Okay, let's have a look at the map. So if I stay on the bay side rather than going out over the coast, there we go. You can see the city out ahead of us now. South San Francisco, the industrial city. Very cool. Just reading the live stream comments, I will go and circle Alcatraz, of course, because it's one of the areas that they've got the higher resolution scans of. But I think it counts for pretty much the whole area. They've got good quality data this time. Look, you can see it below us. So if I sit up a bit in the cockpit, and we'll follow the highway into San Francisco. So are there any obvious things we should be looking out for? Candlestick Point. Obviously someone's just said RIP Candlestick Park, but we'll loop around and have a look and see what's left over here. Do this from an outside view so we get to see more. Yeah, it's a huge construction site at the moment. It's been wiped clean. Look at that. Massive construction site. So should we start out at Twin Peaks if I scoot across the southern end of the city? Okay, so there's Twin Peaks directly ahead of us. You can see the aerials. So we're going to climb up there and circle around, and then we'll come back down into the middle of the city and have a look around.
At our 1 o'clock, just 3 miles away, we have Boxer Stadium. This stadium is a hidden gem in San Francisco, known for its intimate setting and vibrant soccer matches. Built in 1953, it's one of the city's oldest sports venues, hosting local soccer leagues and community events. It's named after the Boxer Rebellion, a nod to the historical ties of the area. From up here, you can appreciate its classic design and the energy it brings to the local sports scene. It's a great example of how sports can bring communities together, even in a bustling city like San Francisco.
So, I think they've actually destroyed the Twin Peaks area. I think it was better before they did the photogrammetry. Because they've replaced the trees with Lego trees. Which is very, very odd. Yeah, it's got it massively wrong, hasn't it? That's a shame. I mean, the houses and the nearby roads are obviously very accurate, but... Okay, should we go downtown? So we'll circle the city several times. It's an interesting place. There's so much here to see. There's the Golden Gate Bridge over there, by the way, connecting to Marin. So should we do this from outside? So I'm expecting wonders from this because, yeah, San Francisco was pretty good before, but you can see it's got much higher resolution photogrammetry now than it had previously. So there's is that the ferry terminal? I can never remember. I think it is. Looks a bit grubby, it needs cleaning. There's the Hyatt, I think it is. That should be a rotating restaurant, unless it doesn't anymore. There's the Trans-America Pyramid. Okay, let's go and have a look along here. Have they modelled? Yeah, Pier 39's down there, look. So is it high enough resolution? Can we actually see the sea lions? Are they there, or were they there when they did this? Looks like they were. So I'll double back and we'll come in low over Pier 39.
Stall, 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 stall.
Don't worry, I'm dealing with it. It just doesn't like the amount of angle of attack I'm throwing at the airplane.
500. 400. 300. 200. 300.
Okay, so there's the Quake Tower. We'll go out towards Alcatraz in a few minutes and have a look at that as well. Obviously you've got the Bay Bridge. It's quite iconic in its own right, I guess. Yeah, you can see the limitations of the photogrammetry. There are trees along here and it's turned them into blobs. It's a shame, isn't it? Sometimes it works wonderfully Sometimes it just doesn't. Okay, let's go out towards the Golden Gate. Actually, no, let's go Alcatraz first. So there's some famous ships down here as well. Is that the Pampanito? That one's called. Should be a U-boat as well, moored up. Well, there used to be. It's over there. Well, I'm not sure if it's a U-boat or a US sub. I can't remember. We'll double back and have a quick look.
At our 9 o'clock, about 3 miles away, you can see the iconic Golden Gate Bridge. This marvel of engineering was completed in 1937 and was the longest and tallest suspension bridge in the world at the time. It's painted in a color called International Orange, which was chosen to enhance visibility in San Francisco's notorious fog. The bridge spans the Golden Gate Strait, connecting San Francisco to Marin County. It's not just a vital transportation link, but also a symbol of the city and a popular spot for tourists and photographers. From up here, you can truly appreciate its grandeur and the stunning views of the bay it offers.
Okay, so this is Alcatraz. Yeah, it's quite a lot better than it was previously. It's a very, very eerie place to visit. I've been there. You can stay over in the kitchen block. Well, they used to let people at least have groups that sleep over, and I wouldn't want to do it. It gives you the heebie-jeebies. Especially if you're wearing a headset and you can hear. There was a famous fight that broke out in the prison years ago, and you hear the sounds of it happening, and it's just, yeah, pretty scary. Not a nice place. Okay, here comes the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge. So this is Golden Gate Park on the left, by the way, just ahead of us. There's various buildings you can see here on the edge of the park, and then within the park itself, yeah, the trees, they've made a real mess of the trees, which is a shame. Obviously from a few thousand feet it doesn't matter, but up close they've kind of wrecked it. Okay, so the Golden Gate Bridge and the Marin Headlands on the other side. I think that's Treasure Island. Am I right in saying that? I can never remember which island's which. Should we have a quick look on the map? Sorry, Angel Island. I'm thinking of Plymouth in the UK as Treasure Island. Yeah, that's Angel Island. So obviously you see all the viewpoints where people get their iconic photograph of the bridge from. There's a few bends in the road over the Marin Headlands as well where people do the same. There's lay-bys on all of these corners. So down this side we have, I'm going to get the place names wrong, San Rafael. And Lagunitas. So, if this is photogrammetry now, I wonder if they've got the ferry terminal built into it. It has a very distinct, or it used to have a very distinctive roof. I think it would be along here. I can't quite remember. Unless I've already gone past it, of course. Let's have a look on the map, see where we are. So there's Sausalito and Tiburon. Yeah, maybe a lot of it's changed. Does look incredible, doesn't it? When it gets it right, it's great at it. So, I always get the names of the various bridges mixed up. Has this got it labelled in Google? No. Oh, the Richmond, there we go. The Richmond San Rafael Bridge. So, okay, San Rafael Airport's from the other side of this cloud. Should we go and loop around and have a quick look at it?
At our 2 o'clock, just about a kilometer away, we have the fascinating China Camp State Park. This park is a hidden gem in the San Rafael area, known for its rich history dating back to the 1880s when it was a thriving Chinese shrimp fishing village. The park offers a glimpse into the past with its preserved village structures and artifacts. It's a favorite spot for history buffs and nature lovers alike, with beautiful trails and picnic areas. The park's scenic views of the San Pablo Bay are simply stunning from up here. Legend has it that the area is haunted by the ghosts of old fishermen, so keep an eye out for any spectral shrimpers waving at us.
Okay, so there's the airfield, and they've actually got hangars on it now, which they didn't have previously. So there's the strip, and it's, yeah, they've improved that quite a lot. Okay, so what shall we do? If I loop around, should we cut across to Oakland side? Go and have a fly over Richmond and some of the other areas. much, but the autopilot on for a few minutes so I can have a look at the map without wandering off. So it's gone altitude hold at 1500, roll hold. I think, yeah, you can't set the heading directly by pressing it, which you should be able to do. Ah, you can drag it though. Interesting. There we go. So let's have a look at the map just to get our bearings. So point is it Malati, or I'm not even sure how you pronounce that. So you've got San Pablo, North Richmond, and Richmond. So we're flying just in over Richmond here. And then a bit further on, you get Berkeley. And then Oakland, obviously. So Richmond, Albany, Berkeley, and then Oakland. Should just check how we're doing for fuel. Yeah, the numbers are rubbish here. I wonder why they've missed that. We've got lots.
At our 1 o'clock, about 3 miles away, we have the hillside natural area in El Cerrito. This lovely spot is a haven for hikers and nature lovers, offering trails that wind through eucalyptus groves and open spaces with stunning views of the San Francisco Bay. It's a great place to escape the hustle and bustle of city life and enjoy some peace and quiet. The area is also home to a variety of wildlife, so keep an eye out for birds and other critters. Fun fact, the park is a favorite among locals for its annual Hillside Festival, where people come together to celebrate the natural beauty of the area with guided hikes and activities. It's a little slice of nature tucked away in the urban landscape.
It's interesting just to look around at how everything's rendered, isn't it? It's really well done. Okay, let's have a little look. So we're heading down this side of the bay, obviously. Going over Berkeley at the moment. Okay, shall we cut back around? There's Alameda obviously here, and Oakland International. Hayward Executive. How far is it back to where we started from? We're not that far away, are we? So I'm going to let us go for a moment with flying across the map. I'll just leave this looking down. Obviously you can see, if you know the area, we're heading down towards Fresno. No, sorry, Fremont, not Fresno. What am I talking about? Fremont and San Jose. If we keep an eye out, we should see Oakland International alongside us in a moment. Here it comes. So I'll leave the aeroplane tootling along. I'm going to go and grab a coffee, and then we should be back in time to land back where we started, which was San Jose. I wonder what this is going on down here. Is that a logistics place for Amazon or somebody? Interesting. Anyway, back in a few minutes. Okay, back in the cockpit. Let's have a look. So about to pass over an airfield here, Hayward Executive, and then over Fremont, and then down towards San Jose. So it shouldn't take too long. Have we got any? Yeah, we've got a VOR over here. Look, we could have a play with this. 11410 at San Jose. So let's go, and we're on heading mode, so it won't hurt. Change the CDI over a 114. Was it 10? Turn off the centering in on nav map. Yeah, 11410 should get us the VOR. Has it come alive
right
yet?
below us at our 9 o'clock, we have Kennedy Park. This is a delightful spot in Hayward, known for its family-friendly atmosphere and recreational facilities. The park features a charming little zoo, a carousel, and even a miniature train ride that kids absolutely love. It's a perfect place for a picnic or a leisurely stroll. The park has been a community favorite for decades, offering a slice of nature amidst the urban landscape. So as we fly over, imagine the laughter of children and the joy of families enjoying a sunny day out.
Okay, so we go and get back in touch with San Jose then. I wonder if any of these other smaller airfields, like Reed Hillview here, I wonder if we could land there. Have they got... Tower 119800. Let's try it. So I'm going to turn us a few degrees to the left. Reed Tower, Cessna, Golf Juliet, Bravo, Echo Kilo, approaching from the north, requesting full stop landing.
Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo, you're leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Okay, that went well.
Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo, enter left downwind for runway 31 right.
Entering left downwind for runway 31 right, Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo. So they want us to come in runway 31 right. Left downwind means coming down this side of the airfield to turn left towards the runway. So we're going to thread the path between San Jose International. Okay, so we're going to drop down to 1,000 feet altitude. So set 1,000 as our target. We'll go vertical speed mode and tell it to come down at 500 feet a minute. We'll pull the power back so we don't overdo it. Pulled the power back a bit too much there, look. Look at the speed drop off, oh my word. So once we get kind of here, we'll turn more across and thread the needle. We'll want to be about a mile to this side. So you can actually draw this onto a little nav map. I don't know if you've seen this. I've shown it before on the channel. You can add the traffic pattern. So we want the 3-1 left pattern. So downwind to runway, so, well yeah, we'll say 1.5 miles. So that's what it's drawing. I said a mile, which would have been a bit closer. So you get to see the entry points into the pattern. Or the standard or normal entry points. Let's go and redraw that again. So add traffic pattern 3-1 left with a 1 mile. And it makes it a bit smaller, which obviously keeps us away from the approach path of San Jose International. Okay. I pressed the wrong key there. I'm pressing every key going here to manipulate the views. So we're down to 1,000 feet. We're just on the cusp of flap speed, which is perfect. So we'll have no major surprises as we come in between San Jose and Reed Hillview. I just thought it'd be nice to land somewhere different, because we've already seen San Jose when we took off earlier. So from where we are going here, are there any waypoints that would help us? Not alongside here, no. That's a shame, isn't it? Unless there's something way out here that we can use just as a guide. UBIPE, and then, because we're out here, but there's only this one really.
Piper 7 Juliet Alpha, you're leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Have a great day.
All I was saying is we could have gone direct over here and then direct down to this one all the way down here, but it would have given us a guiding line, but it's fine. So we're looking for 130 degrees, so let's go Control Alt Z. So yeah, I didn't expect this to move, so this obviously is slaving from the GPS and to know which direction we're facing or going, so it doesn't drift. But at the moment, obviously, you can see we are slightly to the right of where we want to be. So what I'm going to do is turn us to 150 degrees for a while, and then turn us back to 130 in a moment. Should we put the head tracking on? Let's move ourselves slightly forward in the cockpit so I don't have to keep leaning or craning across the desk. Yeah, she's watching me fidgeting about and asking, what on earth are you doing? Landing lights on. And we'll call out when we're downwind to the tower. So we're just threading the needle at the moment between the two airport airspaces, which is always fun. So heading 130. And then we start looking out. Here, I think this is the airfield here, look. So then when we are abeam it, we can call in and say we are downwind for left pattern for runway 31 left. Flying directly over the road. Oh, it's a shame they're solid underneath, otherwise that would have been done quite well, wouldn't it? You can't expect the scenery to be perfect everywhere, though. Reed Tower, Cessna, Golf, Juliet, Bravo, Echo, Kilo, downwind for left pattern into runway 31 left.
Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo, winds 345 at 4, runway 31 right, cleared to land.
Oh, he's given us right this time. Clear to land, runway 31 right, Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo.
Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo, enter left downwind for runway 31 right. Runway 31 right is active, winds 345 at 4, runway 31 right, cleared to land.
I think he's made his point.
31 left, straight in, orbit 65 left for takeoff.
What's your pilot off?
Tango contact ground on 121.65. Cessna 3 Tango Sierra contact departure.
Contacting departure 3 Tango Sierra. Good day.
I think he said runway 31 right enough times in that one sentence to make it abundantly clear which one he meant. I mean, they're only 20 yards apart, so...
$500. $400. $300. $200.
Watch out for the rubbishly modelled trees.
100.
The reverses work quite well.
Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo, welcome to Reed Hillview. Contact ground on 121.65.
Contacting ground 121.65. Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo. Reed Hillview ground, Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo, departing runway 31 right, requesting taxi to parking.
Cessna Bravo Echo Kilo, taxi to Park 2 via Delta Zulu. Have a great day.
Taxi Park 2 via Delta Zulu. Good day. Let's go and have a look and see where that actually means. So, okay, it isn't shown very well on Little Nav Map, which is a shame. So we're just going to pick anywhere and not worry too much about it. We're quite big, aren't we? So should we go up the far end? Whoa. This is modelled very strangely, where once it's rolling at more than about 2 or 3 knots, it loses its turning radius spectacularly. Yeah, there's lots of parking up here. I'm sure I could have opened Navograph.
Piper 7 Juliet Alpha, contact tower on 119.8.
119.8, Piper 507 Juliet Alpha.
Hillview ground, November 123 Alpha Zulu, like my IFR clearance to Modesto.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Okay, we are down. So the question now is, how do we shut the engines down on this thing? I can't say I've ever done this. So it should be as simple as that. And obviously switch the ignition off as well. Going to get lots of warnings pop up now, because the generators are running and Boost is off, and yeah, you can shut up. It's still going to carry on beeping. There we go. So hopefully you enjoyed that. That was a trip around the San Francisco Bay, updated as part of Sim Update 10. You can see I've got my military overalls on. I didn't actually show that during the flight, did I? Because I was messing around in one of the military planes recently. So yeah, the Cessna SkyCourier is good fun, isn't it? It just trundles along. It's probably very good for doing the cargo missions in career mode, I would imagine. But yeah, the only thing is, there's little bits and pieces that aren't finished in it, aren't there? Like in the navigation display, it's got the wrong marker on it. But otherwise, it's great fun. Yeah, nothing to complain about really. This was the passenger variant, obviously. There's other versions of it for carting boxes around, for being an Amazon delivery man for the day if you wish to. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again soon. Please do go and subscribe to the video, my channel, like the videos. I'm terrible at marketing myself, aren't I? I also have a blog where all this goes out, and I've also been experimenting, so I'll just show you those before we go. If you go to johnbeckett.substack.com, the links for all of this are in the notes of the videos. You can see everything I put out gets pushed onto the blog, so this will go on there as well in a few moments. Also, I've been looking at Blue Sky just recently, so if you go and you can see there's me in Blue Sky, so I've started pushing all of the flights I do out to Blue Sky as well. So if you've been looking for a Twitter alternative after Elon destroyed it, Blue Sky looks like it's going to be the one to choose going forwards. So I've started using it. So I am johnbeckett.bsky.social on Blue Sky. Yeah, so if you wanted to go and follow me there, I'll follow you back probably, and as long as you're not posting nonsense. Yeah, so I'm going to start growing this over the next few months and see where it goes. Okay, see you again soon. Take care.